กี่ชั่วโมงออกแล้ว
ยังค่ะเดี๋ยวทำให้เพิ่มสบาย
1 วันก็มี24 ชั่วโมงใช่ไหมฮะ
4 ชั่วโมงแล้วก็
ทำอะไรไม่ได้ภาวะนอนภาวะกินเหรอฮะWe haven't had a talk for ages, huh? For years, huh? I mean, I want to step on it, huh? You have the questions?ไหนภาวนาเป็นยังไงเพิ่นสงบบ้างไหมฮะสงบดีทำอะไรพุทโธเอาพุทโธก็ลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกแล้วอะไรพุทโธก็ลมหายอานาปานสติแล้วเนี่ยไม่เคยนิ่งไม่เคยภาวนาแล้วไปแล้ว
ปฏิบัติธรรมเวรุวันนะคะ
วันอ๋อที่กรุงเทพเหรอ
ที่ศูนย์ขอนแก่น
อ๋อขอนแก่นของเราอยู่กับลมหายใจเราอยู่กับพุทโธนะลมหายใจอยู่ในน้ำมูกนะแล้วจอดที่นี่แล้วดูลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกมาทำพุทโธนะพุทโธพุทโธพุทโธพุทโธนะเมื่อจิตมันออกมันจะดึงกลับมาครูอ้อยอยากคิดเรื่องนี้อยากคิดเรื่องโน้นนั่นมันไม่เคยถามตัวเองนั่นมันจะคิดกี่ครั้งกี่หนแล้วมันความคิดก็เหมือนกันนะมันจะหมุนเวียนในจิตใจของเราตลอดเวลานะแล้วจะมีประโยชน์อะไรนะเรื่องนี้ก็ไม่เคยถามเหรอมันคิดเนี่ยคิดเรื่องนี้แล้วมันเปลี่ยนนิดหน่อยมันต้องพยายามหน่อยความพยายามอยู่ที่ไหนอยู่โน่นหาไม่เจอความสมเด็จอยู่ที่นั้นเนี่ยที่นี่ก็สถานนี่สถานที่นี่ก็เป็นสถานที่บำเพ็ญภาวนาไม่ใช่ภาวะนอนหรือภาวะกินหรือภาวะคุยกันเข้าใจไหมมี24 ชั่วโมงนอน4 ชั่วโมงกินข้าวนั้นประมาณ2 ชั่วโมงนะตอนเช้ามื้อเดียวหลังจากนี้ก็ยังมี16 ชั่วโมงที่ภาวนาได้เดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิเดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิเมื่อเดินจงกรมก็เอาทางเดียวนะอยู่กับพุทโธทางหนึ่งนะเดินกลับนะอยู่กับพุทโธทางหนึ่งนะแค่นี้เองนะ นั่นมันใช่มันสงบรวดเร็วฮะเนี่ยอยากพักผ่อนนะกิเลสชอบพักผ่อนนะเวลาเดินขึ้นมาเวลานอนหลับนะเดินขึ้นมาจะอยู่ในนรกนะฮะเพราะว่าของเราก็สังบาปและบุญมันเยอะแล้วนะฮะแล้วแต่นะเมื่อบุญเยอะไปเราก็อาจจะไปสวรรค์เมื่อบาปเยอะไปก็ไปนรกก่อนฮะเมื่อจะไปนรกก่อนก็จะไปสวรรค์ก่อนนะเมื่อสวรรค์เสร็จแล้วก็จะตกนรกนะเคยได้ยินลุงตาพูดนะฮะขึ้นสวรรค์ชั้นนี้ตกนรกชั้นโน้นนะขึ้นสวรรค์ชั้นโน้นก็ตกนรกชั้นนี้ขึ้นลงก่อนเกิดเป็นมนุษย์ฮะแต่ส่วนมากคนธรรมดาก็ไม่เคยไปสวรรค์นะมีแต่มนุษย์นะแล้วตกนรกแล้วเกิดเป็นผีเป็นเปรตนะอะไรแล้วกลับมาเป็นมนุษย์นะอีกนะฮะหมุนเวียนตลอดเวลาฮะที่บำเพ็ญสถานที่บำเพ็ญภาวนาก็เพื่อหาทางออกฮะเข้าใจไหมมายังมีงานทำยังมีงานทำงานอะไรฮะงานอะไรสำคัญนะชาตินี้ก็มีงานทำชาติหน้าก็มีงานทำฮะชาติโน้นก็มีงานทำฮะมันไม่เคยหยุดนะฮะช่วงเล็กก็อายุ20นะก็ไปหางานฮะถึงเกษียณแล้วฮะของเราคิดว่าเกษียณแล้วมันจะจบงานแล้วนะนั่นมันไม่ใช่นะกิเลสชอบทำงานทำนี่ทำโน่นทำนั่นแต่ไม่เคยชอบอยู่กับพุทโธกับลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกก็ไม่ชอบทำพิจารณานะ พิจารณาทุกขเวทนาฮะทุกขเวทนามาจากไหนฮะอยู่ที่ไหนฮะอยู่ที่เส้นอยู่ที่เอ็นอยู่ที่เนื้ออยู่ที่ผิวหนังอยู่ที่กระดูกเหรอเคยถามตัวเองไหมฮะเมื่อลุกขึ้นมานะมันทุกขเวทนาก็หายไปฮะมันทุกขเวทนาก็เป็นฤทธิ์ไหมฮะเดี๋ยวหายเดี๋ยวมาเดี๋ยวหายฮะมันไม่ใช่นะก็ต้องพิจารณาทุกขเวทนาต้องหาดูความจริงนะของเราก็ต้องหาดูความจริงเข้าใจไหมฮะไม่เข้าสมองยังไม่ถึงใจนี่ของเราต้องทำประโยชน์กับชาตินี้ชาติหน้าไม่รู้จะเกิดที่ไหนอาจจะเหมือนหลวงพ่อนะเกิดที่เมืองฝรั่งที่ไม่มีศาสนาพุทธแล้วจะทำอะไรไม่ได้งานพยายามหน่อยนะเข้าใจไหมพิจารณาทุกขเวทนาด้วยนะบางครั้งนะและพิจารณาร่างกายนะร่างกายกับจิตใจมันต่างกันนะร่างกายก็เป็นรถยนต์นะและจิตใจเป็นคนขับรถยนต์นะรถยนต์กับคนขับก็มันไม่อันเดียวกันต้องพิจารณาดูนะร่างกายกับจิตใจไม่ใช่อันเดียวกันแยกออกมาเมื่อรถยนต์ก็เสียของเราก็ซื้อรถยนต์ใหม่มีรถยนต์กี่คันแล้ว และของเราก็มีร่างกายโอ้โหนี่มีร่างกายกี่หลังกี่รังแล้วโอ้โหเยอะนะกี่รูปนะก็เป็นพันล้านหรืออะไรไม่รู้นะบางที่ก็เป็นผู้หญิงบางที่ก็เป็นผู้ชายบางที่ก็เป็นอันนี้ก็บางที่ก็เป็นรูปที่นรกก็เป็นรูปผีหรืออะไรรูปเทวดาเนี่ยไม่เหนื่อยละเมื่อเหนื่อยแล้วก็หาทางออกที่นี่ก็สถานที่ดีที่สุดนะมันเงียบนะมันคนที่มาตอนเช้าก็มันไม่เยอะนะไม่ปุ่นวายสงบที่เนี่ยโอเคแค่นี้ก็พอแล้วนะนอกจากมีคำถามไหมฟอนก็มีคำถามไหมไม่มีนะพาก็มีคำถามไหมไม่มีฟังวิทยุลุงตาป้างแล้วโอเคเดี๋ยวนี้ก็ไปได้แล้ว So move a little bit. Huh? Darling, what happened to your daughter? She's not well? Okay.
Okay, she just had a seizure. That's
What?
She just had another seizure. That's
Mm.
nothing new.
Is it getting better over time or what?
Hard to say. Up and down, up and down.
Up and down. The best thing for her is, to have the mind completely calm. Right? Normally when the mind is calm, I doubt that there will be seizure. The seizure, normally comes, when something stirs her up, emotionally stirs her up, then the seizure comes. She doesn't like this, or, she's angry with this, and then she cannot control that. So the best thing is, for her to rest really in samadhi, do as much as possible. Best thing is, just walk, Chankra. Yeah. So what shall I do with you, huh? We are here in a monastery. Yeah? And live a harmonious life. You know what harmonious is? Huh? Open your ears very well. Huh? A harmonious life in a monastery is that everybody is for himself. Huh? We, each one of us, looks for the way out. He doesn't look what other people are doing. He looks out for himself. The only thing where we need to work together is when we help cleaning the monastery, or taking care of the monastery. That's when we have to work together. If you still, in your kindergarten phase, where you play around, yeah, or if you're still in the phase of puberty, where you try to compete with each other, harass each other, bully each other, then this is not the place. This is the university. Yeah? A teacher is not there, to reprimand the students. Yeah? The teacher in a university, just teaches us the way and gives us some help on the path, of practice. Yeah? He doesn't punish us with a stick, He doesn't punish us, putting us out of the room because we didn't do this correctly. Yeah? Harassing other people, that is not the way, yeah? Being angry at, if you want to be angry, then be angry at yourself, yeah? Also, in school, if you remember, taking this away from the other person, to make them angry, or taking that away from the person to make them angry, this is not the way of this monastery. We are here. We've gone through these phases in our youth, and now we are here to find the path out, and the path out of dukkha, the path out of existence. Not to play games, not to compete with each other, not to make, like we did in school, we want to be the best, Teacher, look at me, how good I am. That's not the way, And especially not looking down on other people, or telling, teacher, I know what he did, That is not the way. We are here in harmony. Listen very carefully. We are here in harmony, and everybody strives for himself, And whatever, is the work, for keeping this monastery afloat, that's where we That's we work together. Yeah? Is that understood? Huh? We work together. Yeah? We don't think this is the work of that other person. Yeah? Or that is low work. Yeah? I mean, actually when you eat, it's a movement of your hands or of your arms. Yeah? When you wash your clothes, it's a movement of your arms. Yeah? I mean, which movement of the arms is low work and which movement of the arms is higher work? Huh? The same with your footwork. Yeah, I mean, what is this? Yeah, sweeping, and cleaning, and eating, they don't differ. It's always movement of the body. I don't understand. I'm not a kindergarten teacher, yeah, or I'm not a high school teacher, who copes with all these property problems, yeah. Look at me, teacher, I'm better, I mean, I want to be the favorite, yeah, of a teacher. That's not the way, huh? We compete, we strive for ourselves. We compete to find a way out. And especially in this monastery, we keep the 8 precepts. I said it before, yeah. I mean, what are the 5 basic precepts? Not to harm any living being in words or being in deeds. Harming, no harming. Yeah? Not taking what is not given. Yeah? I mean, there are 2 fridges. One is the fridge for the monks. Yeah, we as lay people, or as mechis, we cannot take things out of the fridge, for ourselves. Yeah, that is designated for the monks. And if the fridge for the lay people, or for the mechis, I mean, if people write their names on it, then it is for these people. If somebody else takes that, it is called stealing. Stealing. Yeah, taking something that doesn't belong to us. Yeah, it's a break of the 2nd precept. I mean, I talked about it before. Yeah, if a layperson puts something in, even for the monks, and writes his name on it, nobody else is allowed to take it. Yeah? I mean, we are here to keep the 5 precepts. Or do you want to go to hell? Huh? Especially, in a monastery, especially where we don't earn our living, these little things, I mean, can lead us to hell. Yeah? Is that understood? Yeah? The 3rd precept, it's no sexual conduct. Yeah? The 4th precept, no lies and no harmful speech. Yeah? And the 5th precept, no alcohol, no drugs. Yeah? What is the 6th precept? Not eating after noon. Yeah? The 7th, no wearing ornaments and, I mean, perfume and things like that. Yeah? And the 8th precept, not sleeping on high beds, on comfortable beds. Yeah? And these, every one of us does this. Every one of us keeps this precept. Yeah? And we have one of the Dhutangas here, we eat only once a day. Yeah? I mean, this frustrates me if I hear these things. Yeah? This really frustrates me. Yeah? No? Then I don't know why I'm here. Yeah? I mean, I am able to show you the path out of the book. Yeah? That's why I'm here. Yeah? I am able to help you with all the problems that you have in your practice. Yeah? I don't want to, to look around what you are doing during the day if you behave like, like 15-year-old, yeah? And do this and do that, harm this person or harm that person, yeah? This is not the place, you should leave, yeah? I mean, if you're really in the mood of doing this to your other fellow, practitioners, I mean, then you shouldn't be here. Huh? I don't understand. But there's always this, I mean, even in the monasteries, I mean, there are two people that get along, there are 3 people, yeah, they don't get along. Huh? And especially with women. Men, the men have groups, but they never fight like women. Women have a special way to fight, Of course they disagree, The men do disagree, but it is much more harmonious than with the women, There's no way to fight, There's only one way to fight the kilesas, And the kilesas are ego. It's what we think we are, Looking down on something is the ego, Looking up to something, is the ego. Compete with other people is the ego, It's ourself that we think, we are better than other people, Or thinking this work is lower is ego, This is what we have to fight, This is what we are doing, How are we doing it? Through sila, Sila means, keeping the 5 precepts, Through samadhi, learning to make the mind completely calm until there is no more thought, until there is no more memory coming up. And then all these things disappear. Competition disappears, fear disappears, worries disappear, loneliness disappears. That's where we are happy. In this state of mind, that's where we are happy. Where all these things, cease to exist. And that's why we need it, as a reference point, when we come back out of samadhi and, have to cope with the world, And then the next stage is the development of panya, of wisdom, To know that the body, to know that the body is not self, To know that the body, and the chitta, are different things, To separate the chitta out from the body, to see the body as loathsome, To see, not to make the body loathsome, to see it as it really is, and it is loathsome. You just need to take the skin away from the body and you will throw up, or you faint, That's all what is necessary. You don't have to make the body loathsome, You just need to look inside, And the experience of each medical practitioner is the same, Or be it a policeman, who sees a corpse, of a slaughtered person, he throws up when he first time sees it, Or swollen up body, that is fished out of the sea or out of, it stinks. And that is what we love so much, Ask yourself, It's nothing else than a car. We use the car for our convenience. We use the body for our convenience because we want to create things, we want to think, we want to create this, the mental things, and we want to create, physical things. That's why we have this body, Just like we have a car, because we want to explore this area of the planet or that area of the planet. Oh, that's why we have also aeroplanes, or ships. That's why we have this body, but the body is not us, we inhabit the body, The problem is we are born in the body and die in the body, that's why we think we are the body, So get out of the body and look at the body and see that the body and self, and the chitta are not the same, This is our work, The work is, first to keep the sila, No, I never saw Lungta Mahaboa talking to the monks about sila. It was a prerequisite, Why do I have to talk about the sila? It's a prerequisite if you want to stay here, to keep it, It's the same for the monks, to keep the 227 rules, This is a prerequisite, He never talked about it. When he gave a talk to the monks, he never talked about that. He only talked about samadhi and panya, Training the mind, Training the mind in samadhi until the mind really stops, thinking and stops, worrying and stops, all these things. That's it, that is our resting place, that is our safe place, safe house, Whenever the things, here in the monastery, whenever we get upset, and that is what is natural, of course we get upset, Why do we get upset? Because we look at other people and compare ourselves to other people, that's why we get upset. Huh? If we wouldn't look at other people, and just look at ourselves, we wouldn't get upset. We would only get upset ourselves how stupid we are. And that is what, we don't notice it, that's why we let it out on other people. We are stupid, What the other people do is their problem, it's their business, It's not our business, what other people are doing. That is what we are here for, to look at ourselves, and then there is no problem, and then we take this reference point where there is no dukkha, And we see, all these dukkha is made, made by our thoughts and made by our feelings, and memories, that come up, And when we go into samadhi, there's nothing of this, So it's all some sort of illusion, If we go deeper, until the whole sense world disappears, there's nothing left, the knowingness, the pure knowingness, the knowingness that doesn't know object, And then we see, when we come back in the world, how this world is created, and see, see for ourselves and notice for ourselves, and that is a deep insight, that this world is nothing else than an illusion. Just like people, playing video games. That's why I call our life, the video game of life. It's nothing else. Once the game is over, we play it again. And play it again. And sometimes we change the personality, we take another, take another point, sometimes we are women, sometimes we are men, sometimes we are in the Deva realm, sometimes we are in the ghost realm, and sometimes, most of the times we are actually in the hell realm. And that's why we chose, to come here to this place, to find our way out of this mess. And I want you, that you put a lot of effort in it, And don't behave like people in puberty, I'm fed up. We are there, living harmonious life. You remember the story of the Lord Buddha when he came to visit three bhikkhus, who lived there, who lived, How do you live together? Do you live a harmonious life? Yes, we live a harmonious life, Whoever comes first, takes out, the mats. Who comes next, takes out, brings the spittoons, and then and the third one takes the water. There is no complaint, he should do this and he should do that. Why is he not here? Why is he not there? We see something, we do it, That is called harmonious life, living together, and taking care of each other. Have you understood that? Is that clear now? Hopefully. So, you can go and ask the questions. Unless you have some questions. Are there some questions from the audience? Alec, Sirkoi? What is Sirkoi? Sirkoi? Searcher. Searcher. It will take me a while. Are there some questions from you? From the monks or from the lay people? It's a time to ask, if you have some questions. Otherwise, you know the opportunity after the meal or after Panay, you can come and ask the question personally to me. Okay, so then go ahead.
In the last meeting, you said that life is like a computer game. And this person asked, before we get caught up in a computer game, someone has to create the game for us first. Can the chitta create its own game?
Of course. How are computer games created? By people who are interested, in this, They sit together, they create the games, they create the rules of the games, and we all took part of it, And then we all chipped in, we had this idea and we had this idea. But the basic rules of our video game is the 5 precepts, And, if you don't keep the 5 precepts, then what is going to happen to you? Or if you make a lot of, merit, then what is going to happen to you? It is, of course. our chitta, yeah, in combination with millions and billions of other chittas created this game, yeah. Because they love to play, just like children. Remember when we were children, we were playing games with our neighbors, yeah. We created new games, yeah. So how can we not create this game, yeah? It looks very realistic, it seems very realistic, yeah, and yeah, we created. But that is a long, long time ago. Yeah? What did the Lord Buddha say about the first human beings? They were just made out of earth, yeah? And when they lost their strength, they ate, they took a piece of earth and ate it, yeah? That's why they regained. And we refined ourselves, yeah? We became so complicated over the time, yeah? Each time, we refine ourselves, the human beings, we refine, we change this, to make it more complex, yeah? Just like, if some of the older people remember the first video games, there was no graphic, there was just text games, yeah, or line games, all these things, yeah, Pac-Man or yeah, and then over the time they're sophisticated, yeah, we do it, and the next, the next generation of human beings will be more sophisticated, or sometimes less sophisticated. Yeah? There will be generations of human beings that are not as sophisticated as us. Yeah? They haven't had the level of education yet. Yeah? So, yes, we create this body. We create the environment that we live in, and we created this game with all the rules. Yeah. And everybody has to adhere to these rules. Yeah? Okay, next question.
If this world is created by the chitta, why do we not see anyone gaining control over the world by might of will, since the Arhants still have to deal with the bodhi dukkha?
Why do we not
see anyone taking control of this world? Like the Arhants still have bodhi dukkha,
yeah,
and they cannot escape this bodhi dukkha. But if this world is created by the chitta itself, someone knows pure chitta.
Yeah, but as long as you have the body, you will have the dukkha. Yeah? You decided to get into, yeah. In the video game you can choose, it depends on the video game. You have to play to the end until the game is over. Yeah? And then you have to experience the things, in the game. Yeah? If it is a shooting game, it's very easy. You just stand in the middle, and let other people shoot you, and then the game is over. Yeah? But that is not normally with this game. Yeah? There is nobody who can control this world. Yeah? Because it's a creation of all beings. Yeah? And not only human beings. Yeah? The devas, are in this world as well. There, yeah, at the tip of the iceberg, there are the gods of creation and the gods of destruction, who creates all these planetary things. Yeah, one creates it, the other destroys it. So there's nobody, no single person. There is no not person. Yeah, there's no single being, who can control this. Yeah? We created it together, and we live by the rules. Yeah? Okay. And if you take a trip, if you have a boat and take a trip, in the middle of the ocean, yeah, you will have to go to the end of, yeah, until you find land. Yeah?
How did the original thought arise, and are the original and pure chitta of the Arhant the same? If so, how can we make sure that samsara doesn't happen again after enlightenment?
How can samsara happen again after enlightenment?
Yeah, so the person is afraid that there was an original thought, right? And then
the Lord Buddha gave us a very clear answer about this. Don't ask how the world was created, because it only makes you crazy. Ask yourself how to get out of the mess. Yeah. I give a very drastic example. Yeah? You are in a huge shithole, yeah? And then somebody, an Arahant, comes by who has climbed out of the shithole, and then the first question you ask this person, how did I get into the shithole? Ha! No, you ask him how to get out. You're not interested how you got into this mess. You are interested how do you be able to get out of this mess. Even thinking about this, makes you crazy. What is the beginning of this whole, yeah? How did the chittas, got from Nibbana, into this mess, yeah? I have no idea. And I am not interested at all. I want to get out. Because that's what I feel, yeah? I feel the dukkha, yeah? I feel this, yeah? And I don't want to be born again. Yeah? And you can be sure, when you become a Narayan, that you're never, ever, ever, yeah? This is so clear, yeah? You'll be born again. You rest in eternity. Okay, next.
When I'm concentrating, still thoughts and ideas pop up, but the concentration is fair and I see the kilesa is trying to pull me out. Something strange happens where something strange happens where I'm seeing intelligent beings. When the Dhammatalk test arrives, last time I was shocked out of my meditation because it was scary. Is this the kilesa getting very tricky?
I want to understand what he means with intelligent beings.
Oh, well, I guess he sees all the beings.
If he sees ghosts, or if he sees devas, of course it can be scary the first time, yeah? So he has to tell himself, next time, when I see these beings, I ask them, what do they want, or why do they come in? Just like any visitor, who knocks at your door, yeah, at your home, yeah? You ask him, if you don't know him, you ask him, what does he want? No? Or you're scared of him? Yeah? It's a being. Yeah? It's just like us. Yeah? We are just inhabiting different bodies. Yeah? So, that is something that he should tell himself. Yeah? Ask this being, he can ask him in his thoughts, what does he want? Yeah? If it's a ghost, he wants metta, if it's a deva, he might, I don't know what he wants, yeah? He also wants metta, yeah? It reminds me when I was in a cave, whenever I came out of the cave, the devas complained, why didn't you do more metta, yeah? I said, I've done enough, now I want to do some walking meditation, yeah? They do complain, yeah? They love to be with beings who have metta, yeah? And the ghosts are attracted to beings who have metta, yeah? Because that is some sustenance, yeah, for them, yeah? They can live off it. It's just like food, yeah? And that's normally what they want, yeah? Unless you have some dispute from previous life with them, then they might want something else, yeah? And then you ask them what the problem is. Yeah? You can ask them, yeah? They're just like beings. Okay, next.
Is there a formula in Buddhism that when one does a good action, one can dedicate it and get instant karma?
No. It is. Yeah. Is there any farmer who plants something, who gets instant fruits? Yeah. Huh? That would be nice, You put an apple, you put the what is it? The seed of an apple, into the earth, and it grows in front of your eyes, and then you can harvest the apple. Yeah. Huh? Huh? That's a long time, seed of rice, or even salad, Huh? It takes some time to grow, yeah. And it's the same thing with the fruits of good karma. And it's the same thing holds true for bad karma. A lot of people think it's instant karma. There is no instant karma. Yeah? Okay, next question.
Are there times in which one should not be focusing on the Buddha? Like, for example, in a conversation or when one is driving?
Yeah.
The person's asking if he should be...
If he's driving alone, he can use the Buddha. Yeah? But if he's in a conversation, you cannot use Buddha. But he can use the breath. He could use the breath, yeah. That makes you very aware of the thoughts that you have, what you want to say, yeah. When you are with the breath, yeah, it can make you very aware, when you speak. Yeah? That is the advantage of Anapanasati. Okay, next question.
I'm curious when you refer to the heart, is that the knowingness or the location of the physical heart, or both, or not?
No, I mean when I refer to the heart, sometimes I say chitta, chitta and heart are one and the same thing. I refer not to the physical, but the chitta is located between the physical heart and the lungs, and there, it operates the body from. So when I refer to the heart, sometimes I refer to the emotional part of the heart. When I refer to the mind, I refer more to the. When I refer to the heart, I refer to the emotional parts of the chitta. When I refer to the mind, I refer to the more rational parts of the chitta. Everything is within the chitta. The chitta is the creator. Before anything happens, before any movement happens, before any thought happens, the chitta has to be active, and to initiate these thoughts, initiate the memories, initiate the feelings, anything. Okay.
What sort of thing normally aggravates oneself in regard to testing whether or not one is tired?
Tired?
Yeah, if one is tired, what can one do
to think about, a situation, where one got very angry, that's always good, you're awake, or think about any situation that aggravates you, think about your childhood, when somebody treated you badly, I wouldn't use lust, this is very dangerous, especially in our life, as mendicants,
I'm eating only one meal before noon and a small snack in the afternoon, but when I'm eating even a small meal, I notice notable fogginess.
What?
He's noticing fogginess.
Yeah?
It's getting foggy. Do you have any recommendation?
Yeah, eat less. I mean, if you eat too much, I mean, all the energy, of the body is in the digestive tracts, and then of course, it becomes very heavy. The mind becomes very heavy. I think there's even a German saying, isn't there? Ein voller Bauch studiert nicht gern. Well, that was from the student times. Maybe the Germans remember it. Maybe it didn't go past the German borders into Switzerland. So, I mean, when your stomach is full, I mean, if you only eat one meal, I mean, it takes, I mean, if you eat a real meal, it takes 2 hours, I mean, to digest it, and then slowly the energy, also from the meal, comes back together, with the energy that you previously had. So if you eat half a meal, I mean, you have much more energy. That is the reason why we do some fasting. We fast, I mean, so that we don't have this fogginess. But normally, each time, we eat something, there is some sort of fogginess, there's some sort of different. But what we can do in these cases, but people, in living in the city don't have the opportunity. What we can do is, after the meal, having, walking Chongkram. And Lungta talked about it, I said, I mean, when he looked at his monks, he said, I mean, after the meal, they are like heavy ships, heavy laden ships, that cannot go out of the harbor, they sink before they go out of the harbor into the sea. There's nothing you can do except eat less, and then see, where the limit is, I mean, then sometimes you feel hungry in the evening, and then observe the hunger. It's a feeling, and it comes and it goes, Okay.
The same person. Getting into a meditation schedule is 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon or evening enough to prepare to cope with monastic training, given 1 year to make the jump to monastic life?
That's quite good, Do a little bit more on the weekends, Maybe in the afternoon 1 hour, 6 hours is quite good, Especially, especially if you still live in the world, and still have to work, yeah. Okay, next.
I've taken out the 8 precepts because I see the benefit of perfecting virtue. Is there any other rules I could take up in the lay life to increase virtue?
Increase virtue. Not to have any harmful thoughts. Yeah? I mean, or replace the harmful thoughts, the spiteful thoughts, with good thoughts. Yeah? Yeah? Instead of wishing somebody harm, you wish him well. Yeah? That's what you can do in lay life. Yeah? And that's what we should do here in the monastery as well. Can't believe it. Okay, next.
What is your opinion on the metta practice as a tool to generate piti and sukha and to lower one's anger and fear? Slowly and more clear. What is your opinion on the metta practice as a tool to generate piti and sukha and to lower one's anger and fear? It is also said in the suttas that it can lead to the arupa jhanas. It's helping me a lot, but I'm not sure if you recommend it.
I mean, if you're in lay life, I would recommend it. If you're a hardcore practitioner, I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I mean, it attracts too many people. People come because they feel it. I mean, also ghosts, and devas come, if they feel, you have a lot of metta. But I mean, for a lay person, having metta, having metta once a day, I mean, practicing for half an hour, I mean, it's good. Yeah. It reduces some of the anger that we have. But metta without wisdom, I mean, he has to develop some wisdom, especially if he sees his anger or his agitation coming up, then investigate that, and turn that into something positive. Just the question, to ask yourself, what can I do with this? Yeah, I mean, when you see the anger, what can I do? What can I learn from it? Yeah? Or when you see lust coming up, or when you see greed coming up, or when you see this coming up, yeah? What can I learn from this? Yeah? Or when I see difficulties in life coming up, what can I learn from this? Yeah? I mean, it is so helpful. Yeah? Okay? Wow, there are lots of questions.
Instead of focusing on the breath at the tip of the nose, I focused on sinking the Buddha with the breath to the physical heart. I felt way calmer and less irritation than the breath, but also felt less concentrated. I wonder if you could elaborate and why you felt calmer but less focused.
Because he probably doesn't stay on a point, yeah? That is why why he seems to be less focused. Huh? When we have anapanasati, when we are around the tip of the nose, then we have a point of reference. Huh? I mean, when we are only with the Buddha, then we have also the point of reference. We see whenever the mind wants to move away from the Buddha and go to another place. Yeah? So if he use with breathing in and do with breathing out, I mean, he should concentrate still on the Buddha. Yeah? Or he can also take, the nose as the point of reference. Huh? This is why, he feels calmer because it works better for him, because his mind is so busy, that he needs 2 crutches, to come to the calm. That is perfectly fine, but he feels less focused because he doesn't have a very stable point. Yeah, he doesn't have an anchor. It's like when you're in the ocean and you don't throw your anchor, you drift in every direction without even noticing it, because you don't have reference. And that's the same thing. Okay, next.
I practiced breath and Buddha together and also tried to be aware of the breath with counting from 1 to 100 with each in.
No, don't count. Oh, please. No.
So that works quite well for him, and then he's asking if he can continue.
I mean, if he needs to count, yeah. I mean, he has 3 crutches, yeah. I mean, he has the Buddha, he has the breath, and he has counting. If he wants to count, then count from 1 to 10, yeah. To 100, he gets lost, and then he has to think about where was I, yeah. So But the Buddha and the breath are normally, enough. Yeah. He also should use to listen to talks, and there he can probably just concentrate on the words. Yeah, makes it easier to get the mind calm. And once he got his mind calm, then he can practice Buddha or breath or both of them together. Okay.
Then last question. When meditating, is it okay to have tensions, or is there something wrong with it?
Tensions?
Yeah.
You mean bodily tensions? Of course it is okay, to have bodily tension. But what I would suggest is that in the beginning you sit comfortable, so that you can sit comfortable. Yeah? And then, as long as there are tensions, he doesn't have to worry. Yeah? When it becomes pain, when he cannot concentrate on the Buddha or on the breath anymore, then he should investigate, Dukkha Vedana. Yeah? Some of these tensions will become pain, yeah? Sooner or later, yeah? But in the beginning, the problem with most people is, they look at all the things that occur, yeah? As if they have never, yeah? As if they have never opened the Pandora's box, yeah? Whatever is in the Pandora's box, it's there, it has been there all the time, yeah? We feel tension, you just need to close your eyes, and you feel tensions, yeah? Or you have feelings, or you have this, or you have that, yeah? But we don't notice it because, we live in our mind, most especially when we come from the West, yeah? Huh? We only notice the body when it's not well, and then we go to the repair station, what we call doctor or hospital, to repair it, and then we live in our mind, yeah? We don't notice the body. And the moment we start practicing, we suddenly, we have a body. Oh, there's tensions, there's feelings, there's this, there's that. Wow, didn't even notice it for the last 40 or 20 years, huh? Boy. Okay? All these things, yeah? They have been there all the time, huh? Just because, it is, what is the other example I bring, yeah? I lived in America for 2 years, so I saw the people, driving to a beautiful park, sitting in there, stuffed station wagon, with the radio on and their food on their knee, in their lap, and enjoying the nature, yeah. Huh? That is how we live in this world, yeah. If they stop the radio, if they shut down the engine, and the air conditioner, and then the engine, and open the windows, they would notice, nature. But they don't do it. It is with us, shutting down our mind engine, we suddenly realize there are so many things that we have never been aware of. Okay, finish. Okay, any more questions? Any other questions? Otherwise then we adjourn the meeting, yeah? Adjourn? Huh? Adjourn the meeting. You have to forgive me, in 2 or 3 years, I speak all 3 languages, a mix of all 3 languages. I don't know. My English gets worse and worse and worse over here. When I speak German, I can't remember some words, and I only remember the Thai words. Yeah, same with English. Then I remember only the German word or the Thai word.